Is that in an exhibition like the Overwatch World Cup, you do have players coming together representing their country, but some countries have better mixes than others, where some country, their most prolific players might have been the perfect mix, whereas for Canada, they definitely have overlap where they've had to sort of flex and figure out the right formula, and unfortunately, I don't think they've quite found that yet.
And our game number 2 will be on Temple of Anubis. Assault map. This is where Canada, I mean, they need to win this one, ZP. If they're, really, you look at the group, I mean, this is it for Canada, right? They need to win this match. They're going to stay alive, and it will be Canada on the defensive side of things here to kick things off, and they'll have actually Poke. He's going to go back to the Genji, so I do like that. They put him in a position where he's more comfortable.
They have put him in a position where he's more comfortable. Surefour will be on the McCree, though, so they still have that raw DPS power coming out from Surefour. And for Canada, this really is a make-or-break moment. If they lose here to Sweden, that is effectively going to be it. They will not be making it to BlizzCon weekend, so everything now on the line for Canada.
So it's interesting there. You actually saw Poke come out as Genji. ID, he goes back, switches the Reaper. They're going to put Poke on Zarya. So we talked about how he could be comfortable on that Genji. He's going to be running Zarya again. And I feel like it is, he's probably, well, you look at him and Hawk, I feel like those two guys are the ones with the most pressure on this Canadian team. I feel like though Poke, I mean, we spoke with him a little bit earlier. He was looking at this as an opportunity like, hey, potentially I want to move my way into the pro ranks from being a streamer. So I think a lot of pressure on him to perform well. It'll get kicked off underway for Sweden. We'll see IDDQD starting off on Widowmaker. We'll see if he can get a pick here.
The Widowmaker opening, I love this here on Assault maps. And IDDQD, even though he's well known for playing McCree, he can be an absolutely dangerous Widowmaker. I know he was talking to me just the other day about how he loves using it to win games in comp mode. And right now, he's just going in over the top, looking for early pickoffs, and he takes out Surefour. There is no better pickoff than that.
Oh, and he's going to put a lot of damage onto Poke. And oh, another kill there from IDDQD. Nice shots there from the Widow of Team Sweden, and Sweden just bamboozles Canada there, takes through their defense, and they're going to get the first point.
And here's the really scary thing here, X. Take a look at Sweden's ults right now. Tavik, very close to having a Dragon Blade. If you have a Dragon Blade versus a team that has no defensive ults, like is about to be here for Sweden, you can actually take point B with incredible speed, and IDDQD, still a golden opportunity for more pickoffs. He's going for it again.
Oh, and Logan the Best knows that he's up here, cannot poke around that corner, but here comes Tavik, getting dangerously close to that Dragon Blade. 95% ult charge. Now he gets it. They're able to pick up one kill. Let's see if he pulls it out, and here comes Tavik, slicing and dicing through Team Canada. He's going to be able to get one. Darts right across, putting a lot of damage down as Sweden trying to end this one early on this first point. Nice dash through here. It's going to be Tavik still on the point for Sweden, just trying to locate the enemy. Lucio up in the sky, not able to do so. Takes out Surefour though quickly, but it's going to be Canada holding on.
Canada lucky to be holding on there where they didn't even give up a third because they were in a rough situation. However, the thing about Temple of Anubis to always keep in mind is that if you do not flawless victory of the defense as you come in, respawns can and will overwhelm you as an offense. So for Sweden, they lost a few people early on to that fight, and even though the Dragon Blade came out, it was a little bit too late.
Yeah, but and then now you have Canada with some ultimate advantage, so they should be able to get at least one more hold. You see how Logan the Best getting very close to that nano boost. They'll have Huck with the Earth Shatter, so maybe if you're Sweden, you come into this next fight, you save some of these ultimates, you don't use them, you just kind of try and build some more ultimates, force them out from the opposing team. And here comes ID, he gets nano boosted, has Death Blossom as well. Surefour picks up one, and it looks like, at least for now, he's going to save that Death Blossom, and I like the decision.
Yeah, saving Death Blossom there after you pick off 2 kills, very much worthwhile, because this is one of the maps where you can get even more value out of a Death Blossom compared to normal. Lots of really sneaky drop-down areas that you can use from the Reaper.
Yeah, and Canada holds on to some ultimates there. They just used the nano boost. Surefour getting very close to the Deadeye, so it could look good for Canada going into this next fight as well. It's going to be chips for Sweden with that nano boost, and that is it. Tavik getting very close. He'll have a Dragon Blade going in this next one, and he's going to be nano boosted up, and he pulls it out. But there comes a Graviton Surge from the side of Canada. Poke putting down the Graviton onto the point, sucks some members of Sweden in, but it's going to be Surefour trying to put down some shots. He's quickly taken out by Chips. You see how good he is on Anna, able to take out those DPS heroes. IEQD flies into the point, and this one looks like Sweden getting control of this fight.
Sweden is getting control of the point, but Surefour was able to bleed Sweden early on there. He took out a few members. Now the respawns for Canada will be coming in, so Canada should have a good chance of retaking this. Coco and IDDQD, though, still threat, still mopping up the respawns. Sweden trying to make the most opportunity. They don't don't even have a third yet, though, and it's just cleanup after cleanup coming from Sweden. But it is really rough to take this point as the respawns continue to flood in, continue to harass. Poke is getting deep into it, takes down Tavik, and that's a huge pickoff for defense trying to hold on here.
Yeah, and right there you saw IDDQD use his Deadeye, just zone some players from Canada off of the point. It also helps his teammates coming from the spawn get back onto it. So IDDQD doing a nice job. He's going to be nano boosted as McCree inside of the point, just trying to lay down some damage, but his teammates are all falling around him. He's going to drop. Canada gets a hold, Sweden gets a tick, but they did use a lot of ultimates there, Sweden, to get that. Now you're going to have Canada building some ultimates. Again, they have Poke now with the Dragon Blade. ID will be close to a Blizzard, so Canada should have an advantage going into this next fight.
Canada will have a bit of advantage going to the next fight. I think Sweden knows that they're probably not going to go for anything too crazy here. I mean, if Tavik gets an early pick off with Roadhog, that changes things a little bit where they will be able to go in. And oh my goodness, did he grab short four? He did! Now with the 6v5, here comes Sweden. This is a golden opportunity.
Oh, it's going to be Tavik put to sleep, but IDDQD finishes off Logan the best. This is Sweden's opportunity here, ZP, to take this one. You see the Blizzard coming in from the side of Canada. It's going to be Poke underneath, just trying to stay alive. As soon as he pulls out the Dragon Blade, he falls. Surefour switches over to Tracer, trying to get back towards the point. He drops as well. Now you're going to see the sound barrier come in for Sweden, and that is it. Canada cannot get back to the point. Sweden sets a good time there.
Absolutely, and it sort of shows both on point A and point B. Surefour is the magic prize that Sweden needs to claim. If you can take him out early in a fight, it is so much easier to get in on Canada and do what you want to do.
Yeah, and in that first half, Tavik 13-4. Doing a nice job for Sweden. And now Coco, as of Reinhardt, goes 15-3. You look on the other side of the coin, Canada, Huck had a little bit of a rough go there. He goes 1-5 on the Reinhardt. Just shows you how big tank play here is at the Overwatch World Cup. And now Canada, they will have their opportunity to attack ZP. Is there anything you're looking to see them do here?
For Canada, I'm not expecting anything too crazy. I don't know if they'd go out with the Widowmaker like we saw from IDDQD. I don't know if anyone is that comfortable with it on the Canada side. I think they're going to play it more standard and just hope that things go well early on. The interesting thing about maps like Anubis is that they are a little bit more variable, where if you do get that 1 in a million early attack that goes really well and builds you out, you can just snowball it and take point B really rapidly. And I think for Canada, for their odds of just staying alive here, they really need that to happen for them.
Yeah, and I think it'll be interesting to see how Canada engages Sweden. You obviously, on this map, you see a lot of the teams set up on the bridge. You're going to see Tavik running the Junkrat, so a lot of damage going to be going down here at the gate. I'm looking to see, how Canada gets in and starts these fights. It looks like you're going to have Poke running the Genji if all things stay the same, but still there's nobody else there to follow it up. It's not like they have a Genji-Winston combination which can really start to get some of these guys on the high ground down to the low and can give Canada some map advantage.
For the Genji here, I think Poke is just lucky that we're not seeing a Winston coming out here from Sweden. Now, Sweden, if they do have trouble and they do think Poke is an issue, I do think they'll swap to that Winston just to be even better at defending this, but I don't know, it's going to be rough. I know certainly if Canada was running this against South Korea and you had Miro there, this would be a horrible idea for Poke, but at least on the offense, Poke can swap it up a little bit.
Yep, it'll be Canada on offense here. You see the trap laid by Tavik. See if anyone unfortunately falls into it there for Canada. CZ Huck just looking around the corner. There you go. Some good map awareness there. But it's going to be Chips getting an early first pick there on a Surefour. So big player for Canada out of this fight early. You expect Canada now just have to wait at the gates for Surefour to come back.
Valuable time being bought there, where it's going to take Canada another 10 seconds or so to actually reset. And if you're Sweden, you keep doing what you're doing. You keep isolating Surefour, you keep taking out early in the fight, and you make the rest of Canada beat you, which I think Sweden is more than willing to take, as IDDQD pokes out and Poke early on in this fight. And as a result, if they keep chaining deaths, it's just going to continue making things worse here for Canada.
Oh, I mean, it's just the damage that Tavik is just laying down right now, and then IDDQD able to finish off some players once they're weak. It's really just giving Canada some issues here, and with just so much spam coming through the door from Junkrat. Be interesting to see how Canada adjusts. They're going to have Surefour go over to Roadhog, so now you're going to have Canada bring out 3 tanks and Poke on the Genji, so a lot of pressure on Poke to pick up some early kills.
And for Surefour here, I think he's trying to get the best of both worlds, where he wants survivability, but the ability to get pickoffs. Roadhog works for how much he's being focused, but it's still going to be difficult to get that early pickoff. Sweden just bending back, not giving any free hooks right now to Canada. You know, the Graviton Surge out here early on. Will it be enough? For now, Sweden unfazed.
Yeah, it's going to be Tavik, though, taking out Hawk here to start the fight. And you see Tavik, he's going to be actually IDDQD, sorry, on the point here, just trying to locate Poke as the Genji. And see, now it's going to be a sound barrier coming in for Team Canada. IDQD is going to have to fall back as players pushing him inside. It's going to be 2 kills for Canada. So this is where they really need to make their mark. ZP, you see Poke pulling out that Dragon Blade on the point. He's quickly shut down by Zebasai yet again. And Coco with that Earth Shatter, we'll see if he comes up with a big play. And it's going to be both Reinhardts charging at each other at the same time. Good focus fire there from Canada, able to take out Coco. Canada gets on the point, and a really good push there from Canada should secure them point A.
It was good, but I feel like they also got away with one there. The ults were definitely not in sync. Things were not coming out when they really needed to be, and they're lucky that went as well as it did. That very well could have been a waste, but they do capture point A, they stay alive, and they have a good opportunity now to get point B with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. But keep in mind, with the amount of time that Sweden has left, Canada really needs to take this in the next 2 to 3 minutes if they want a realistic chance of winning this match.
And you also see Surefour now switching over to Pharah. And you would have thought, oh, maybe Farah's not the best option here because the other team had McCree, IDDQD, but now IDDQD switched over to Mei. You have Tavik on Reaper, so Farah should be pretty good here. And they're actually going to nano boost Surefour on Pharah up in the sky. It's going to be Chips just trying to keep his Reinhardt alive from afar. And now you're going to see a nano boost come in for the side of Sweden. You see Tavik, though, he's able to get one, getting dangerously low, getting some good heals, though. And it's going to be Sweden winning these engagements, pushing Canada back. So Canada uses their ultimates there on that fight. They get nothing to show for it. They're going to chase down Huck, try and stagger him a little bit. So now Canada going to have to wait till everybody's up, ZP. What did you see there in that fight that went wrong for Canada?
I think what went wrong for Canada, they just over-engaged to begin with. They were definitely caught off guard by the Mei. I mean, you take a look at what IDDQD did in that fight on the Mei. Already almost has a Blizzard. Just, they were a little bit over-eager to press whatever advantage they thought they might have had, and now they're going to get punished for it because rolling into the next fight, they're going to have to deal with this Blizzard. They're not going to have much to deal with it on their own. And oh my goodness, Surefour getting bopped right out of the sky by that icicle, and that kills his push right here.
That was a fairly nice shot. Little wave there from IDDQD. I love, you know, when we spoke to Sweden, just how confident they are, and especially IDDQD, like how confident he is coming into this. I know, like a lot of the other players, like when you speak to them, they're like, oh man, Sweden is so cocky, so confident we want to beat them. But they are just that good. You see the skill coming through there. And now they have ultimate advantage here going into this next fight. So it's interesting. Canada can come in. They can try and, you know, force some of those ultimates out. Rolf does have that res on Mercy. So potentially you see Canada dive onto the point, force some ultimates out, and then Rolf coming through there with a big res.
All right, well, Zebosai right now looking to step Sweden for glory. He knows everyone is in that room, has Graviton Surge here and at the ready, and they're getting ice walled early on. I think they were hoping to split people off, but Zebosai is still in a really good position to punish Canada here. Canada, they are going to take the opportunity, but they're going to be walking right into this Graviton. But no, the Earth Shatter from Huck stops Zebosai, but it's not enough. 2 quick kills come out from Sweden regardless.
Yeah, Poke's going to use his Dragon Blade here, and now the res comes in. So a big res there from Rolf, but it doesn't matter. After the res comes through, it's going to be Sweden just wiping the floor with Canada. It's just going to be ID and Logan the Best there left on the point. They quickly drop a very good hold there through the res from Sweden.
And you know, there's a downside to that for Canada beyond just the ultimates being used and getting nothing from it. Rolf going to the Lucio here, Surefour off the Pharah. They also, because Zebosai got knocked to the ground when he was going for the Graviton, he never actually used Graviton, so he's going to have it up in the next fight. So that's still a threat here for Canada.
That's a very good point. They'll have the Graviton and they'll have an Earth Shatter. Chips will have the Nano Boost. So Canada in a world of trouble here, ZP, as the clock is dwindling down. Logan the Best just with that Nano Boost. They'll have ID getting very close to a Graviton. So they will have some things to work with if they wait here, but they're getting in an awkward position where you have members of Sweden ready to collapse on them.
In Sweden right now, you take a look at Tavik, he's ready to just drop down at moments notice. And Zebosai, here we are again, where you have Canada going through that left room, and Zebosai just sitting here, waiting for the right Graviton moment. There won't be an Earth Shadow to knock him on the ground, or maybe there will. Huck is filling up pretty quickly. Either way, though, Zebosai able to sit here, wait for the opportunity, and now boost Reinhardt might not even be needed.
Yeah, and you see 2 big kills coming in there. It was actually Coco knocking down 2 with the Earth Shatter. IDDQD picks up 2 on the point. Poke just trying to stay alive. He was able to win a fight with Tavik, but just look at Coco keeping his teammates alive. They put ID to sleep. Oh, you're gonna die. It's not gonna be fun. See you later, buddy. You get pinned against the wall. Fantastic hold there from Sweden.
That is not a good wake-up call, X. I mean, it's one thing. He was having a nice nap there, and then Reinhardt just charges him into the wall. You know, I'm a deep sleeper, but I don't like my alarm clock to be that crazy.
I see what you did there. He was taking a nap. You said wake-up call. I get your joke, CP. I get it. You see now, Sweden just dominating Canada here in our second point. Can Canada figure out a way to break this defensive setup of Sweden? You hear an Anubis come in there. It's going to be from the side of Canada, but now comes the Graviton Surge. Tavik has his Death Blossom, but no need to use it there. Zebasai picks up 3. A Blizzard comes in from IDDQD as well. So Canada, no, they all fall pretty quickly. Surefour there at the end builds up some ultimate, gets that Death Blossom. On the side of Sweden, though, they hold on to Tavik's Death Blossom. That's going to be big.
And here we go for Canada. If they want to stay alive, this final push will decide their fate. They do have the Dragon Blade at the ready. They have the Death Blossom, but they have to find a way of not only beating Sweden here, but effectively flawless victorying them if they want to take this point. They have no ticks here. Everything on the line here for Canada as they begin what is very likely to be their final push.
Yeah, and they put Tavik asleep up top, but they can't actually punish him for it. So Tavik stays alive through that. Chips has the nano boost, so now you're going to see Tavik come from up top as that nano boosted Reaper, but he's quickly put to sleep by Logan the Best. Now you see Poke, he's going to pull out the Dragon Blade as we get down here under 30 seconds. It's going to be Surefour and Hawk picking up some kills. Poke putting down a lot of nice damage with this Genji inside of the point, but here comes Coco. He hits a big Earth Shatter there, knocking down some members of Canada, and now it's going to be Coco staying alive in the point. Here comes the reinforcements from Sweden.
Sweden just injecting Canada from their point. Canada was looking good for a moment, but this might be it, X. 10 seconds left remaining, and Canada, maybe they'll try and force overtime, but they're so far back, I don't think that's going to happen, and as a result, it is going to be Sweden taking this. Hang on, oh, wait.
Oh. Hold on.
Wait
they
a
gotta
second.
get all the way back here.
Hey, wait a second.
It is not over yet.
The last stand is real.
Poke just staying alive on the point. Needs to contest. He needs to get back on. Oh, and he falls. So that looks like it will be it. The Graviton comes in from Zebasai there at the end. Well, it will be Sweden taking this match over Canada.
That was the last moment there from Poke where he says, look, we're not going out quite yet. It was still really difficult because it was going to be in a 1v5, but hey, when the choice is either that or losing outright, why not go for that last moment effect? But Sweden taking it 2-0 and X, pretty much it for Canada here.
Yeah, and you saw some great plays from Tavik. He finishes 40-6. IDDQD finishes things off 35-5. It is Sweden getting a 2-0 victory over Team Canada. Let's go to the guys at the desk to get their thoughts.
What a matchup there. I don't even know where to start. Guys, Doa, what are you thinking off the top of your head?
I mean, it's kind of, you know, what we may have been expecting a little bit there. Sweden just looking like they're really coordinated, got a lot of skill, got a little bit messy here and there, but no real issues taking down Canada.
It just seems like it's so easy for them. I mean, we're sitting here and we're listening to them, and they're just yelling on top of their lungs, and just like they're just